Hey yo, I'm back after like forever. I keep saying I'm gonna come back in today, but it seems to be like every time I say that, I keep getting life. Life keeps happening. Let's go with that. Ignore me looking down constantly because I have my phone below me and I got stuff topped on it to what I need to talk about today. So, today I have decided to make this video on pansexuality because we're gonna get into that, how I found out I was and coming out and all that stuff, all that glorious, wonderful stuff. Oh yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna look up. I've already looked up Google's definition of pansexuality, and I'm gonna read that to you. It's literally Google's definition. I typed it on Google, and this is what it gave me. I'm literally gonna read it, what's on there, and let's see what Google thinks about it. This is Google's version. A literal dictionary definition of bisexuality due to the prefix bi is sexual or romantic attraction to two sexes, male and female, or to two genders, man and woman. Pansexuality, on the other hand, composes of the prefix pan and sexuality attractions to a person of any sex or gender. So that's Google's version. That is not my definite version of how I like to see it as. Google's pretty much just saying you will date anyone who's male, female, transgender, anything like that. That is true, but I also believe that you can date, that you date anyone of any race or anything. Like, my preferences of seeing people, I don't see people as skin color, gender, anything like that. I see them as a person, and I can date anyone. I can do that. I can love anyone. I see everyone the same as I see myself. Well, but I see myself, I judge myself really hard. But I don't judge other people at all. Like, you guys say, oh, it's a lie. No, it's not a lie. I promise you. I see everyone as a person, living life, doing what they do. Okay? So, I'm looking at my list, so ignore me. This is how I found out I was pansexual. Actually, about 3-4 years ago, I thought I was bisexual because I was talking to some friends because I really didn't know anything about it because I was just like, I was still pretty young. I think I was like 14. So I was still pretty young when I was trying to figure everything out. So I was like I would see guys and girls the same, like, ooh, they're pretty and attractive. I don't know if anybody does that or if that's just a normal thing or whatever. But, like, I would see people, like, I would want to date them, like, and girls, and I was like, ooh, it's weird. Ooh, no, don't do that. Everybody would hate me if I do that. And then I figured out, oh, no, that's normal. They got lesbians and gays and all that. It's like, oh, okay, so it is normal, so I must be lesbian. But I was like, no, wait, guys, I really want to date guys too. So I was like, oh, this is confusing, I need help. So I started to talk to some friends about it, and they helped me. Like, I have this one best friend, she's a lesbian. I thought I was lesbian, so I was talking to her, and she's like, girl, you don't sound like a lesbian at all. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, you sound bisexual. I was like, oh, okay. So for about 3.5 years now, I thought I was bisexual. Really wasn't. I dated guys and girls. I dated people of other races. I've dated a lot of Hispanic people. But I really wasn't bisexual like she thought I was. But my definition of pansexual is you can date anyone. Your heart doesn't stick with like one gender or one race or something like that. That's my version. That's what I believe it is. I don't really know if that's right or not, but that's what I believe it is. But that's how I found out how I came out. I came out the most 21st century way you could possibly think of. I came out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, the worst way, but most 21st century way you could possibly think of. So, I typed out a big paragraph, posted it on Facebook, screenshotted it, and put it on my Instagram. Why I did it that way, I don't know. But I guess I knew my mom was on my Facebook and stuff, and I was like, oh, she'll see that. And she'll read it back. Oh, Lord, help this child. So yeah, like everybody knows except for my grandparents. Because my grandparents are like really religious, and if they would completely just like not even accept me as their grandchild no more. So I don't even go about trying to tell them. I just don't even worry about it. What happened after coming out? Nothing really much changed because everybody was like, oh, they already thought I was bisexual anyway, so all the chaos had already gone and passed. Yeah. So there was really not much after that, but if you're trying to figure out what will happen after you do, honestly, it'll probably it's different with every family. That's how I believe it is. But if you have like a religious family, like I kind of do, like it'll probably be kind of harder for them to accept it because they'll be like, no, it's just the power of Satan or something inside you. And like, no, sorry, it's not. But just even if you do want to go back and say, no, I'm just kidding, ha ha ha, don't do that no matter what. So if you do that, then you're thinking, oh, okay, it's all good, she's just done. And on the inside, you'll be like, no, why did I do that? You just you just bury yourself back in the closet. And we don't want to do that. We want to stay out there, so no matter what happens, and no matter how much fighting there is, just keep it out there, and slowly they'll start to accept it and deal with it. So, best of luck to you for that, but just don't go back into that dark closet back there. We don't want that. We want you to stay out in the open. And last but not least, how are things going now? Honestly, things are going pretty great now. Nobody really doesn't mind it anymore. So as my grandparents, they don't know. So I'm not gonna worry about telling them because, yeah, just don't worry about it. I have a boyfriend right now anyways, so just let things go like that. But yeah, that's really all I have to say on this subject. If you don't really know how to come out and you need help, just I don't know how if I would recommend coming out the 21st century way like I did. If you have a really strict family, I would sit them down and have a talk, because that's like one of the best ways you do it, is sit down talk. Scare them a little bit more than that, like kind of tell them like you might have murdered someone. I'm kidding, don't do that. Get straight to the point. Well, not it's a boom, hey mom, I'm gay, or I'm pansexual, or bisexual, or lesbian, or asexual, or whatever. There's a lot of things, I don't really know all of them either. Just slowly get to the conversation, like ask your questions. Oh, what do you feel about gay people, and da 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 da, and let's just see how that goes. And the best way to do it is just do that, and then tell her, like, or tell him, or tell your parents, or your mom, or your dad, or whoever you live with. Just be like, hey, yeah, I was asking these questions for a reason. Yeah, it's just, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about me being like this? It's just, there's many different ways you can do it, but if you're like me and do the 21st century way, best of luck to you. But yeah, that's about all I really have to say on this topic. There is now legal gay, well, it's been for a while now, legal gay marriage in my state. And yeah, there's I think it's like in almost every state now, except for like Texas and a few others. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's really all I got to say on this subject. I think I've said that 3 times now. But yeah, please leave a like or a comment on your opinions on this topic. And if you came out to your family, tell me how you did it and stuff. Leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because I lost most of my subscribers when I was gone for a while. So yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye!